Okay, you are welcome to part two of this series on being a teammate with your child against misbehavior. Sorry, network knocked us out. We are doing a part two. I am Choma Okoli and I am Academy. Now, so if you are um if I was talking about four things that I was able to teach my child in the face of misbehavior because one of the mindset I was talking about is that misbehavior is an opportunity for you to teach your child. Okay, and after the plates were shattered, I said I was able to teach my son that you don't enter the kitchen with clothes because it is dangerous. The plates shattering was because you had a clothes that you threw backwards and you dragged the plates rack and all of the plates shattered. And then number two, that it could have been that you're backing the gas cooker and that clothes grabbed a kettle or a pot with boiled water or boiling food. And the water could have poured on your body, on the body of any other person close by. Okay. And then I was able to teach him that you don't spoil people's things and you just apologize and you go. You replace what you spoiled or at least contribute to its replacement. And we're also able to talk about how to use money. So January this year, they started talking about money every weekend. And they have both my son and the sister, my first son and the sister, they have where they save money. Okay. So I told him the money you've been saving, right? Part of it is going into replacing the plates. I'll bring the other parts. We're going to bring a part from the money you're saving. And at least that drives home if I get something wrong, if I spoil apologizing, I should also make things in concrete form. Okay. And just in case you're wondering how to run till August, and then the third one run from August till December. All right. You you want to be in that group because every month is different. We don't repeat what we teach. So if you're joining the cohort, it you get anywhere in the world, and they from next year from next year we'll go full time into an annual program. So you come in one whole year is completed. And by the time you come out, you will not be the same. You will not be guessing some things that you do. You will not be confused and all of that because you've been taught, you know what to do. And you look at your life and look at the life of your children, you know that you people are not the same. All right. And I usually say that if by the end of 1 year or by the end of 4 months and you don't see any change, come for a refund. Yeah. If you don't see any change in you and your child after staying for will start in 2026, come for a refund. Books we've read, you've implemented the things, and nothing has changed. It's okay. You'll be refunded. No long talks about that one. Okay. All right. So plates were broken. But by the time we're all right, so the second mindset you need to have is that misbehavior is an evolution of what's breaking and how it's happened was an evaluation of I've been teaching kitchen safety, but I haven't thought about breaking plates. I haven't talked about not throwing clothes around and all of that. You can say it is imperative. That is for an adult. For a child, it is not imperative. We need to talk about it. All right. And that's one thing we need to put into perspective. Don't assume a child, if you say it well and clear enough, the child will capture it. I will even help you teach other people, or even remind you when you go and miss. All right. So the third mindset we need to have is that misbehaviors are not made a ruling you're going to hellfire and not heaven. You're like, oh my God, I have no opportunity again. That's not the case in misbehavior. When a child misbehaves, it's an opportunity for you to adjust what you have. So when those plates shattered, it reminded me that we've really not talked about other aspects of safety, like I've mentioned, other than the fire. So we made an adjustment. It's not a final verdict that this child is going to be destructive, this boy is going to be destructive, this boy you don't listen, you're always playing, and all of that. No, that wasn't it. Okay. And I hope about the way you handle misbehaviors around it. Fast saying it, but the child is making those impressions. Number one is that the child would either learn empathy and extending grace to people by the way you handle misbehavior, or the child will learn unfair judgment and meanness. Yes, empathy, extending grace, or unfair judgment behavior. So when misbehavior occurs, you say, "Get out, get out, get out, get out! I don't like this thing you did because of this thing you did. You're not eating. You will not eat lunch. Oh, I will not buy you this one, other one." That's unfair. Sometimes all of these threats we bring in is really unrelated with what it is that is going on. So it's unfair judgment. Meanness, you will now be angry and be giving the child straight face and all of that and all of that. The child is learning. The child is learning. They won't tell you this is what I've learned. You did say learn this, but they are learning it. And that's really where we want to be very serious about this. Number two fact is that the child is learning to be calm and think through misbehavior, or to become reactive and erratic during misbehavior. And so something will go wrong, and maybe the children will come and they will somebody, especially my daughter who is 2, she'll be crying and be looking at you, and I'll be like, if you want to cry, it's okay. When you're done crying, we can talk about it. Oftentimes when I say this, it's really, I've stopped crying. I've stopped crying. I've stopped crying. I'll say, okay. So what happened? She will say, they'll be like, what do you think? What do you think? Because there is a right in high institution, and it was too abstract for me. I couldn't lay hold of it. And so one of the things that we can teach our children that will stand them out as an advantage is creating and then stimulating them to think. All right. So the third thing is that your child is picking up your words, your actions, your countenances, your attitudes, and energy from you in the face of misbehavior. So there's this study I read which states that our social environment, we pick energy from our social environments. For instance, if you pass me by, maybe I'm a stranger and you pass me, or maybe we're not strangers, we are colleagues, and we are three that stays in the office, and then you walk in and I say, good morning, and frown my face. By the time the third person walks in and I say, good morning, with a frown face, chances are that you also frown your face and say, good morning, grudgingly, as opposed to, good morning, good morning. So we pick up energy from our social environment. So the way you behave, the way you talk to your child in the face of this behavior, that child picks the energy and the child will replicate it both to you and to others. So you really want to be mindful of the words you use. Are they honoring? Are they disrespectful? Your countenances, are they condescending? Your actions, are you dragging the child about you? Unnecessarily denying the child things the child should have simply because of a misbehavior, not unto consequences, because consequences has to be related to the misbehavior in quotes. It has to be something that will stimulate the child to do better next time, and all of that, and all of that. Okay, so how do you become a teammate with your child against misbehavior? Number one, determine if the misbehavior, determine what the misbehavior is. Determine what the misbehavior is. Taking time to determine what the misbehavior is will calm you down first, to keep you in that place where you think, to keep you in that place where you're asking, what do we do going forward? What do I need to put in place? What have I not been doing? Like in the plate breaking, the problem was somebody played in the kitchen and the plate got shattered. That was the misbehavior. Okay. And so the next thing is ascertain if it is age appropriate. So is it age appropriate for a 4-year-old to play in the kitchen and have the plates break? Yes, it is age appropriate. If you were like 10 years or older, I would have been much more concerned. Not like it will make me to shout or beat, but it will make me to be more concerned. Or if it were adults who were playing in the kitchen and that happened. Okay, so you want to determine this misbehavior, is it age appropriate for my child? And if it is, move on. If it is not, you still need preventive measures to this misbehavior before now. So the third thing is, have you taught your child any preventive measures against this misbehavior in the past? If you have, you reinforce it. You reinforce it and make sure that you're clear in your instructions or in your words and the way you're saying them. Then the fourth thing is, was the message passed rightly before? Because you can say something, oh, and you think you said it well enough, but the child didn't get it well enough. So how do you know if you've passed the message well enough? Ask the child to repeat what you said. Or in the face of the new misbehavior, ask your child what you people discussed before now, especially if the child is older than 2, like from 3 to 6. They should remember if you communicated it well. Then the next thing is the misbehavior coming from forgetfulness, mistake, or shared defiance? Categorizing the misbehavior into any of these three will help me know the step to take going forward and how to address it. Now, the next one is have a calm conversation around that, either immediately or when you're calm. One thing you should learn about misbehavior is that if it is not an emergency, you can always choose to delay having the conversation, except it's an emergency. So, and then except the child is somewhere between 2 and below, those ones they may not remember that this thing happened and this is what mom is talking about. But for those that are older than 2, you can hold on until you're calm and in a space or in a place where you can talk about it. And please let the conversation be calm. The calmer it is, right? The more the child will listen to you, and the easier it will be for you that is correcting and the child that is being corrected. Okay, so these are just the tips to help you act as a teammate with your child. And I like to say that you want to register for the course dealing with tantrum and misbehavior in early years. It's coming up by the end of this month, and it's for only 5,000 naira. And if your child is in school, you want to enroll yourself and your child's teacher so that the two of you can be on the same level as per what causes misbehavior, why is my child behaving like this, what do we do going forward, and you be on the same plane with your child's teacher. My child attends a school where teachers are told the rule is that you don't flog excuse me, you don't flog pupils as a way of discipline or teaching. But I know it is difficult. Most teachers have it in their brain that you go to class with cane and that's what the children feel and that's what the children obey. And so I'm not even sure if the teachers' curriculum have started teaching them how to achieve discipline in the classroom without flogging. And so personally, my son's teacher will be enrolled for this class. Yes, I am different from the External Parent Academy course. So if I want anybody to take courses, I pay for the person. And I'm telling you the truth. My son's teacher is going to be, I'm going to pay for her to be in the class. And after that class, we're going to sit down and have a conversation. And it gives us a level ground. The two of us have heard from an expert what is misbehavior, why does it happen, how does it happen, how do we discipline a child in the face of misbehavior, what do we do? Because if you follow the same curriculum at home in the face of misbehavior and the teacher follows the same curriculum in the school in the face of misbehavior, that child will get the message that this is how we should be. And not you're doing one thing in the house and the teacher is doing another thing school, it will make a mess of your journey. It will make a mess of the process of what you're trying to achieve. And so if your child has been in school, you want to register your child's teacher alongside yourself. And we have other people who are taking care of your children with you. You can enroll them as well, or you have the conversation with them at the end of the day so that they are learning with you and handling your children in the light of the new knowledge that you need. The truth is, you see a child that was raised with yelling and beating and all of those condescending countenances and attitudes, that child is already having a disadvantage in social and emotional strength as opposed to a child who was raised in a loving environment without yelling, without hitting, with attention, with connection, and everything you have. Like I said, that class is only for 5,000 naira, just 5,000 naira. If you're enrolling as a group of more than 5 persons, um, discount exists. All right. But if you're registering as an individual or 2 persons, it's 5,000 naira. You want to enroll for that class. If you have children within the ages of 0 to 6, you want to be in that class, right? You want to be in that class. It's not something you Google online or something you check. It's not a free tip you get anywhere. All right. I'm putting in a lot to get this to the place where you put it into action and you see results. Because, like I said, I'm a mother of three and I understand what it means to have these little ones in our hands. I'm also trying to do a lot of things at the same time and be there for them. But oftentimes, we don't know how to go about it. And then we feel guilt, you know, we feel guilty that we're not doing enough. Guilt is actually a good thing if it pushes you to doing the right thing. Guilt becomes a bad thing when it's making you to take backward steps instead of going towards embracing what it is that you should embrace so that you can do differently or so that you can do things in a different and better manner. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, this was supposed to hold on Monday. It's Monday live, it holds on Monday, but I was sick and a lot of things came into play that I couldn't push to have it, and that's why we're having it today. Okay, but by God's grace, yeah, Monday we're going to have a different topic. You really want to come around. So if you're yet to subscribe and you like what we're talking about here, please do well to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that each time we go live or each time we drop a video, you be notified about it. And also, if you like what we are talking about, like the video. If you have any comments or any question, drop it in the comment section. I'm always going to respond. And like I said, I'm going to drop my contact on the comment section so that if you want to reach out to me, you can do so. And then if you have any question about the course, about the um, annual coaching program, do well to reach out as well. Do follow me on Facebook at Chioma Okoli, on Instagram at the Expectant Parent Academy, and you'll be kept abreast with what we do or the free tips we give on a daily basis, and then get your parenting structured and in a better place. Okay. You don't want to be stressed outside and you get into the house and there is chaos everywhere. And reason is because you don't know what to do differently. I mean, you won't enjoy it. So parenting with knowledge right now is is the new gold because you're becoming better for yourself first before for your children, and your children are becoming better first for themselves before you, before becoming better for you. Like I say, your children weren't given to you by God for you. Your children were given to you by God for the world. But you are the one that will refine them or fine tune them into local players, international players, continental players and what have you. So, and if you have children within the ages of 0 to 6, this is the best time to start building that important foundation. Scriptures say that where the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? So, if you want to have a child who flies, a child who is like a skyscraper, you need to bend down now and do a good foundation work. That's the only way to get to where you want to get your child to. All right. So thank you so much. Like I said, this is part two. You want to watch the part one so that you can put all of the discussions into place and see what you've done. And you're sure they're going to like this video. Please do well to share with them. Okay, do well to share with them. Like I said, if you're registering for the course as a group of 5 persons, there is a discount that will appear. Okay, so see you on Monday and see you in class by the end of the month. Once again, I am Chemo Koli and I am the founder of the Experienced Parent Academy. Thank you so much for staying with me. All right.